All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakach Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom, my Lord will, this lesson is edifying. All right, now this lesson, I really don't have, just verses lined up, but I do have verses in my mind. Okay, and this lesson, all right, is going to basically go into the missiles. All right, and all right, the missiles are in the Bible. The missiles are in the scriptures, but you're not going to see, the word missile in the Bible. These are men of old prophesying of things that would take place in the future, before things were invented. All right, so you're not going to see the word missile, all right, in the Bible verbatim, but when you go into the scriptures, all right, the scriptures describe, all right, how America, which is Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, mystery Babylon, is gonna be destroyed in these last days by what? By the way of fire, and it's gonna be done by the missiles, man. Okay, now let's get the book of Baruch. All right. Actually, let's get Revelation 18 first. All right, we're going to get Revelation 18. All right, this is Revelation chapter 18. I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, "And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the holder of every foul spirit, and cage of every unclean and hateful bird." All right, and Babylon the Great is America. Okay, all right, America, all right, is an extension of what? Of the Roman Empire. Today, we're living in this revived Roman Empire, which is America, NATO, and the EU. All right, even when you go into the European Union, all right, the European Union succeeded the EEC, which stands for the European Economic Community, which was established under what? The Treaty of Rome. All right, Slovakia. All right, I had to switch the scenery. Okay, but like I was saying, all right, we're living in this revived Roman Empire. All right, America being the great whore, all right, the woman, the harlot that sitteth upon the beast, Babylon the Great. Now, when you drop down to verse 8, it says, and I'm going to jump back up to verse 2, all right, but I want to get verse 8. It says, "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord Yahweh Shai, who judgeth her," man. You see? All right, the Lord is going to destroy America. The Lord is going to destroy Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, mystery Babylon. And it's going to be by the way of what? A fire, man. All right? Now, when you go back up to verse 2, I want to put emphasis on what the scripture says. Babylon the Great is fallen, and it's become the habitation of devils. All right, because where else can we find this? We can find this in what? The book of Baruch. Okay? All right, we can find this in the book of Baruch. All right, America is also in the Apocrypha. Okay. All right, this is the book of Baruch. All right, chapter 4. I'm gonna start at verse 30. It says, "Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons." You see? And who received the sons of Israel, the sons of Jerusalem? America, Babylon the Great. Because the people of the Lord, which are who? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, man. All right, the children of Israel, all right, are in America, are in Babylon the Great. Okay, and actually now I got to go back to Revelation 18, because the Lord is going to deliver the remnant of his people from what? From this fiery destruction that's going to come to America. Which is why when you drop down to verse 4, it says what? "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, the Israelites, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues," man. You see, the Lord is going to deliver the remnant of his people from this fiery destruction. Okay, but let's go back. Let's go back to Baruch chapter 4. It says, verse 32, "Miserable are thy cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons." And the she is speaking of America, Babylon the Great, the great city, the great whore. Okay, it says, for as she rejoiced at thy ruin, all right, and was glad at thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation, man. You see? For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning, for fire shall come upon her from the everlasting Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai. You see? It says, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time, which goes back to Revelation 18. You see, and this is how America is going to be destroyed. All right, now what I want to do, I want to go to the book. I want to go to the book of Second Esdras. Okay, let's go to the book of Second Esdras. Let's get I believe it's the 16th chapter, the 13th verse, right? It says, I'm gonna read. It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Okay? And what arrows, can be shot to the ends of the world? That's because the arrows that is speaking of, all right, aren't literal arrows. Okay, the arrows that is speaking of are the missiles, man. The missiles can go from one continent to another, from one part of the world to the other, man. You see, and that's the arrows that the scriptures is speaking of. And from these arrows is what's going to bring forth that fiery destruction. As we keep on reading, it says, behold, it says the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till they consume the foundation of the earth, man. You see? All right. And even when you read up above, it goes into, it says, verse 4, a fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and who is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood? Or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it has begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that has shot of a strong archer? All right. The mighty Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? You see? All right. So Khan. All right, Khan. Okay. So like I was going into, these arrows represents the missiles, man. All right. Now from here, I want to go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50. All right. Let's get the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50. Okay. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50. All right. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, because another thing is, you may have some people that think that, Mystery Babylon, or Babylon, the great whore, the great city, just popped up, in the last book of the Bible, the book of Revelation. When in reality, Babylon the Great, okay, the daughter of Babylon is really throughout the Old Testament, man. Okay, Mystery Babylon, America is throughout the Old Testament. America is in the Apocrypha. Okay, and in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, this chapter is speaking of America, which we're finna go into. Now, let's read verse 9. Verse 9 says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon, which is America, an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. You see, and those arrows, once again, are speaking of the missiles, because the Lord is going to have these nations, all right, shoot their arrows, all right, which are their missiles at America. And that's how America is going to be destroyed by what? By that fire, man. All right, we're going to get into it. Verse 14, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. All right, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai. You see, once again, the Lord is going to have these nations, all right, that bend the bow, all right, shoot their arrows, shoot their missiles at America, at Babylon the Great. And that's how America is going to go out, by what? By that fiery destruction, man. Okay, when you drop down, let me see, can I find it? It goes into that, See, can I find it? No, not that. Kind. Verse, we can actually start at verse 29 first. All right. Verse 29, it says, call together the archers against Babylon. Salakia. But it says, call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow. Camp against it round about, that none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she had done, do unto her. For she had been proud against the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, against the Holy One of Israel. And see the archers, because what do archers handle? Archers handle the bow and arrow. All right? The arrows represents the missiles. And these nations are likened unto archers, man. Okay? And these archers, these nations, are going to shoot their arrows, their missiles, at America, at Babylon the Great. And this is what's going to cause, all right, America to be destroyed by that fiery destruction, man. Okay? As we keep on reading, verse 31, it says, behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. See? And that's the point, man. You see, these missiles, the missiles are in the scriptures, man. But you're not going to see the word missile, all right, verbatim in the scriptures, man. Okay? These are men of old prophesying of things that will take place in the future. All right? Let's jump to, all right, verse 51. Verse 51, okay? And we're gonna drop down to verse 11. We're gonna get straight to the point. All right, and we could link this back to the book of Revelation also. Okay? But that may be for another lesson, because as I said, Babylon the Great is throughout the Old Testament. All right, America is in the book of Isaiah. America is in the book of Jeremiah. America is in the book of Daniel. You know? All right? So on and so forth. Okay? America is in, all right, Psalms. All right, America is in the book of Zechariah. Okay, but let's keep on going. All right, let's keep on going. Verse 11, it says, make bright the arrows. Once again, the arrows represents the missiles. Okay, make bright the arrows. Gather the shields. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, which the Medes represents Russia, man. All right, the Russians. And this is why we see, all right, the tension between America and Russia. You know, when you look into the news and the scriptures go into how there shall be wars and rumors of wars, these things are taking place. Okay, because America, which is Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, will be destroyed, all right, in this pending Third World War. All right, America will be destroyed, man. Okay, and Russia, all right, is the main, if not one of the main nations, you know, that will help take part in the destruction of Babylon the Great, which is America, man. All right, the Medes represent the Russians. It says, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon to destroy it. Because it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, the vengeance of his temple. And that's the point. It said what? For his device is against Babylon to destroy it. And it's going to be destroyed by fire. Okay? Now, speaking of the Medes, let's go to the book of Isaiah. As I said, America is also in the book of Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13. All right, we drop down. Verse 17. Okay? It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. Once again, the Medes represents the Russians, which shall not regard silver. And as for gold, and you got to keep in mind, these are two different prophets, you know, prophesying the destruction of America. All right. It says, which shall not regard silver. And as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, which is America, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, man. And how did the Lord overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah? By the way of fire and brimstone. And America is going to be destroyed in like fashion by way of these arrows, which are the missiles, man. Okay, and this was going to take place. All right, so that's really the point. All right, that's really the point. Lord will, this lesson was edifying. I'm gonna close it out. Give infinite praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakach Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, time of this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.